nobody cares. I know that sounds harsh, but hear me out. Because understanding this truth might be the most liberating thing you learn today. I just watched an incredible YouTube interview with 75-year-old self-made millionaire Barbara Corcoran. She taught me something that completely changed how I think about what other people think and why worrying about their opinions is the biggest waste of time you'll ever experience. Here's what Barbara taught me in this interview. Everyone is so wrapped up in their own lives, their own problems, their own insecurities, that they're not sitting around judging you. That embarrassing thing you did last week, they've forgotten about it. That mistake you made at work, they're too busy worrying about their own mistakes. That outfit you wore that you thought looked terrible, nobody noticed because they were worried about how they looked. I spent decades of my life paralyzed by what other people might think. Should I start this business? What will people say if I fail? Should I change careers? What if people think I'm crazy? But the truth is, they're not thinking about you at all. And that's actually wonderful news. Now, Barbara said something in this interview that hit me hard. People will accept you with all your faults if you're the real deal. She learned this the hard way. Early in her career, she tried to be fancy, getting her hair done every week, trying to be someone she wasn't. But the minute she became genuine, became herself again, that's when people really connected with her. Think about how exhausting it is to pretend to be someone you're not, to constantly monitor what you say, how you act, what you wear, what you post online. All that energy you're spending on managing your image, that's energy you could be using to actually build something meaningful. I used to craft every social media post, every email, every conversation to sound professional or impressive. Now, I just show up as myself, flaws and all. You know what happened? People started actually listening. Here's another hard truth Barbara shared in this interview. When you spend time worrying about what others think, you're setting yourself up to become a victim. Because when things don't go your way, it's easy to blame them. People didn't support me. They didn't believe in me. They held me back. That's giving your power away. Barbara said, people who are victims are never happy because they never take accountability for themselves. The moment you stop caring what others think is the moment you take full responsibility for your own life, your success, your happiness, your fulfillment. That's on you, not on whether people approve of your choices. If you're ready to stop giving your power away to other people's opinions and embrace your next steps, drop a comment below. I want to hear about it. And if you're navigating job changes or thinking about your own next chapter after 50, don't miss our free PDF guide for dealing with job loss after 50, linked for you below in the description. When you truly understand that nobody cares about you, failure becomes less scary because you realize that your failures aren't being catalogued and judged by some cosmic jury. Barbara failed plenty of times. She was made redundant. Her business partner left her for her secretary. She had setbacks that could have destroyed her, but she kept going because she wasn't performing for an audience. She was building for herself. Every time I've held back from trying something, because what if people think I'm stupid? I was giving imaginary people power over my real life. Now, when I fail, and I do fail, I ask myself, what did I learn? Not what will people think? Because the people that matter don't mind. And the people who mind don't matter. In this interview, Barbara looks for one thing in every entrepreneur she invests in: resilience. She calls them the jack-in-the-boxes, people who get knocked down but pop right back up. And you know what kills resilience? Caring too much about what other people think. Because when you're worried about judgment, you become afraid to take risks, afraid to fail, afraid to try again. But when you truly internalize that nobody cares about you in the best possible way, you become unstoppable. You'll try things, you'll fail, you learn, you try again, because you're not performing for anyone else's approval. You're building your own life. So here's what I want you to take from this. Nobody cares about you, and that's your superpower. It means you're free to be authentic, free to fail without an audience keeping score, free to succeed on your own terms, free to stop wasting energy on imaginary judgments and start using the energy to build something real. I'll link that full Barbara Corcoran interview in the description below. It's absolutely worth watching. You're not too late. You're right on time. Cheers.
Empower over 50 now. Stand up tall and take your bow. Feel the rhythm, feel the power. This is your triumphant hour.